Hi there everyone, welcome to another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This is a battle I had on my stream the other day. The guy said he wanted an Uber battle, well he wanted to bring one Uber Pokemon, so I was like, okay, I'll bring one Uber Pokemon, we'll have a go of it. And this is how it went. I decided to chuck some, just a random assemblage of Pokemon. My favourite Uber being Lugia, and then just random other ones, a Rapid Spinner, a Healer, and all that jazz. So, I noticed he had a Superior, so I didn't want to set up the Sticky Web straight away. Unfortunately, he led with the Superior. Wasn't great for Nelly, but with her Sturdy I knew she could take a hit. So, here I go for the knockoff. Need to get rid of that pesky item, which does a decent amount of damage and gets rid of the Life Orb. I then have the Priority Ice Shard, of course, which goes first, and just does a tiny bit of damage. Unfortunately, he still survives and gets the Giga Drain. Although, considering I only had 1 HP, there wasn't a lot to drain. Although, in retrospect, if he had the Life Orb recall, he probably would have died. Possibly a bad mood. I knew I wouldn't be able to outspeed him here, so I thought I'd go for a Thunder Wave. Slow him down so the rest of my team can finish him off. This now allows me to go for the Sticky Web, as you see there. Yeah, I figured I'd slow him down, and then I'd be able to get a Sticky Web up, and even if I died, I could just bring in another team member to kill him. If memory serves, I don't believe the guy had a Rapid Spinner or Defogger on that team. So here I was like, low HP, paralyzed, Regirock can handle this. So in I come with the Power Up Punch, need to raise that attack. And down goes Superior. So out comes Conkeldurr, and I'm thinking, right, this thing's probably going to want to hit me with a super effective move, probably Drain Punch. So I'll go for another Power Up Punch, get to +2. And yeah, he goes for the Drain Punch. But surprise, surprise, Reginald the Rock is holding a certain item. And there we go, it is the weakness policy. Doubles my attack and special attack. Not that I'll be using special attack, but now I'm +4. And I decide to let loose with a Drain Punch of my own. My opponent panicked there and went for the Mach Punch. But with the HP I get back, a Mach Punch is still not enough. Regirock is taken down to very low health, but +4 Regirock with Drain Punch is in taking the field. Did you ever think you'd see the day where you saw a Regirock take down a Conkeldurr? But here we are. Conkeldurr goes down to another Drain Punch, and out comes Mawile. Steel and Fairy, so my Drain Punch will be neutral, but I'm going to go for it anyway, it's my best bet. Luckily that Clear Body ability prevents me from being intimidated. And we see it is a Mega Mawile, this was his Uber. And yeah, he goes for the Sucker Punch, hoping to take me out. However, it is not enough, which allows me to get off another Drain Punch. Does substantial damage, and brings me back up. I'm thinking a Sucker Punch will probably take me out here. However, it does not, and a Drain Punch is able to let go again, resulting in Regirock pulling off a brilliant set of turns in this battle. Did you ever think you'd see the day where you saw a Regirock take down a Mega Mawile and a Conkeldurr? Now, can Regirock take down the Gengar? The answer is no. Maybe if I got a Rock Polish up, but there was simply no opportunity to set one of those up. But down goes Regirock, and out comes Titania. Looking at this Gengar, I was like, bugger, most of my team is weak to Gengar, so this is a big problem. So maybe if I could lower its special attack, I'd stand a chance. But yeah, surprise, surprise, he went for Shadow Ball there instead of the super effective Sludge Bomb, which led me to believe that this guy was probably scarfed. Oh, well, or choiced in some fashion. The guy did later reveal to me it was Choice Specs. And unfortunately for me, I am not able to get the special attack drop. So down goes Florges for really no reason. But my other Pokemon, my other strong Pokemon was Mega Gallade, who is not going to take a Shadow Ball very well. And Lugia is the Psychic type, so I was thinking the same thing. So yep, he lets loose of a Shadow Ball, which does substantial damage to Lugia, and gives me the special defense drop. I went straight for the Psyshock there. I knew I needed to take this thing out as quick as I could. So, we got a big old Lugia out here flapping its wings. Man, I love the blue and white on Lugia, it's beautiful. In comes his Ditto. Slight worry for me. I wonder if he's able to one-hit KO me from this range. However, Lugia is able to avoid its own Aeroblast and is able to get a Roost off. Now I'm thinking I could definitely survive any hit this Lugia wants to throw at me, so I'm probably going to try and get up a Calm Mind here. He does let loose of his hit, and it does barely anything. So now I decide to set up. And since Ditto only has 5 HP when it 5 PP when it transforms into another Pokemon, and I have the ability Pressure, I don't have too much to worry about. So it goes for it again, and I go for a Roost to get back up to full HP. Now +1 in attack, neutral special attack that is, neutral with the special defense considering the drop earlier, and I'm back at full HP. So here he lets me know that his Ditto is scarfed. It has no moves left, considering my Pressure only allowed it to use 3 Aeroblasts. And here I decide to Calm Mind up. This is a max defense, max HP Lugia. All I gotta do is get a few Calm Minds up, and Lugia is a Pokemon God. Yep, out comes the Dragonite, and I decided to go for the Aeroblast here just to gauge how much damage I'd be doing. And we see with the multi-scale broken, Aeroblast will now do a substantial amount of damage. Possibly not kill though. However, we do kill. Possibly a high roll there, we were lucky. But yep, Lugia has very little to fear in this battle now. The guy's Mega Pokemon is dead. He sends back in Ditto. I believe my opponent was running out of options here. He of course transforms with his ability straight into Lugia, unfortunately copying all my stat boosts as well. Perhaps that was his plan. If he were to get a critical hit on Aeroblast here, that would be pretty devastating. But he does not, and I realize that I can easily stall this guy. He can Aeroblast me as much as he wants, and as long as he doesn't get a crit, I should be fine. Here I go for another Calm Mind, just to put me over the stat boosts that Lugia has. Get a nice bit of leftovers recovery. And he goes for his final Aeroblast. Now I decide to let loose with one of mine, and we see it does do a substantial amount of damage. Possibly due to Ditto's lower base HP. Ditto has no moves again, and struggles with taking that recoil, and Lugia lets loose with another Aeroblast, but it misses. This was a very interesting UBERS battle. It was great to use my favourite Uber Pokemon, Lugia, once again. Very rare I get to do that. Good old Gen 2. And the Ditto falls, securing me the victory. That was certainly an interesting battle. I only brought Regirock for the lols, and turns out it was probably the MVP. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed.